You're gonna say my name. Break this bind. Come on, losses. No more carrying all your crosses. Come in time. You just wait. You're gonna say my name. Okay, guys. Hi. I've been having this urge this morning, like about 3 hours ago, to do this video because I feel like there's so much awareness and empowerment and the good feeling, but not the good feeling, you know, in a like polarity situation, like contrast type of thing, you know, like everything has poles, and like the neutral feel good. If that makes any sense to you guys. I got the message to trust the process, like even when you feel like I was actually doing I was listening to a tarot reading a couple of days back. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know, that time is like absent lately, more and more, I mean. And it was like, you know, when you like you're on your phone and you want to go on YouTube and play something, or I don't know, let's see what notifications I have and blah blah blah, that type of thing, and the situation. And it's like just for 500, and you start doing something and then something catches your eye, you know, and you go on that, and then you start, let's say, doom scrolling, right? And you're like, okay, how did I get here? You know, like, this is a distraction. And I was like, yeah, but that distraction, everybody sees distractions as a negative pole, but everything has poles, right? Everything has sides. So what's the positive in it? Because it's an inner knowing that it's wrong, the way it's presented in some situations and something. And then I realized there are no situations and circumstances. Everything is, like Einstein said, everything is relative. What was that about? Sorry. Everything is relative, probably because I don't believe it anymore. Everything has, everything is relative and circumstantial. But if we go based on that, our life never changes, right? Because these are the circumstances. It is what it is. I cannot change it. And everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows, even if they don't know, they know, that everything is mind, everything is mental. It's all mind control, self-mind control, not controlling others, you know what I mean? And I was like, So basically, I saw something that caught my eye while I was entering whatever app to do something, you know, and I was like, I got distracted. How did I get here? And I was like, it has a meaning, it has a purpose, everything has meaning and purpose. And that also got me to the life has no meaning. That's completely bullshit. I mean, that's not bullshit because this and that are true, you know. It's not one or the other, everything is inclusive. The God universe, everything is inclusive, it's not exclusive. Like if this is just this and it's not the other one. And I was like, this traction, this the traction, this the friction, this the idea that in itself it's a distraction. And I got to that inception and it got so clear to me. It's like, trust the process. Don't label something as being destructive or distracting. I don't know what destructive came from, but apparently it had to come, obviously. And like, just don't put so much pressure on yourself. Like, you know, I was feeling good for like about a week or two, and I was like, wee, I was in samadhi or whatever state you were in, but good feeling. I got that good thing for you. I remember that song for somebody. I think this is this is for somebody who needed to hear this. So it's like, I just like escape. Stop trying to escape stuff. You know, like there's nothing to escape. There's nothing to defend. There's nothing to, you know, this. I saw literally DIS this, and I just saw Ben. Maybe there's a Ben. Hi Ben, if you're out there listening to this. And it's like, trust the distraction. Maybe you needed to be distracted in that moment from what you thought you were supposed to be doing. And I saw Ray and Monday, so probably Monday is gonna be a day for somebody or for all of us, because you know there is no you and me, there is no I, there is just only M, but we have to go through the I.A.m. so we get to the oneness. We cannot ditch polarity just to get, you know, there are no shortcuts in that sense. Just a pot. keep smoking that pot, guys. It's helping. And I just saw the tarot card of oracle card actually of 31 with cannabis and detachment. So go for it. Don't stress so much yourself about if like, am I getting addicted, am I getting off rails and stuff, because you're always on the right track, no matter what you do, no matter what you think you do or you don't think you know and you don't know it, you know. Just trust that God knows you better or the universe, or whoever you think created you, whatever label we have for the sake of communication, trust that he, she knows you better than you do, because you know that is true. Even maybe I'm triggering somebody with resistance, maybe not, however it is. Everything is perfect the way it is. And I'm so proud of you guys. It's this energy of like, I love you and I'm so fucking proud of you. And my ego just went, you're emulating somebody, because I just heard that like 1 hour ago. But I had that feeling since yesterday, and then imposter syndrome came and I ditched it in a second. I was like, so what? There are enough artists and everything out there, you know? So take it easy on yourself. Don't be so judgmental, like, yeah, so what's the point of this? Like, what's the meaning of this? Everything, you know, already has a purpose and a meaning in one way, shape, or form. Just saw 7, creation, and 77, and funny with the 77, I just did the connection. See, I wasn't even thinking about it, I was just going to flow. This is what happens when you're not trying to necessarily make sense of stuff. Even though if you know that you're the receiver, you know that the mind is the receiver and the transmitter, and the reciprocity of it, of giving and receiving, don't go too much on 999. Yeah, I think that was a personal thing, because I also saw some words, funny. I wanted to say letters, because it was a word form of letters. See how it goes? When you think you know something, we make plans and God laughs, you know. So don't be so harsh and judgmental on yourself. Like, you know, I know I'm supposed to do more and I'm supposed to do this, and I feel like it's something that doesn't click. Trust that it's not meant for you to click right now. Maybe you're supposed to be in that the way it is, and it's fine. Or it could also be the other pole of it, like, what if I'm doing this to myself? You know, like, what if, because the beliefs and the thoughts and the words and the feelings because, right, everything comes from a thought. You have a thought, then it gives you a feeling, then it gives you a mood, then just simply because becomes who you are, you know. What if I'm doing it to myself? What if I think the process has to be hard and not easy? What you believe is true will be true. And I just saw die, like dying, just die. Let that feeling and let that thought and belief die. Allow yourself to shed the old beliefs. And you might be thinking and saying, yeah, Ioana, but you know, it's like, it helped me so far, and I don't disagree, but change is the only constant in life. Maybe you need the same tools in a shapeshift manner, or maybe you don't need that tool anymore. Like, for example, you have a t-shirt in the house, right, and it's so rugged and it's so fucked up, like, I'm gonna throw it. But you can repurpose it, you can use it as a cloth, right? So you can be also that. I just went in the exception, I went on 2, right? Like, what if it's the way it's supposed to be? Or the other, second one, what if I'm doing it to myself? And in doing it to myself, it's just a 5 and 2 or 7. And 13, lucky number 13 for everybody. Loom, I saw loom. Since I'm Romanian, that sounds, I saw and sounded like lumina. Lumina means light, right? So see the light at the end of the tunnel. Even if you don't see it, because you know it's there. Like, not in a pressureful manner, you know. And what if I'm doing this to myself by the way I'm perceiving things? What if I change my perspective and it doesn't have to be a blessing in disguise? It's just a blessing. What if it's not something negative as you perceive it or we perceive it, and it's actually something good, you guys? You know, it's like when you look at something, it's your choice how you look at it. And it might not feel in the moment that it's a choice, because you are the way you are and the way you see yourself. But try to see yourself from a different perspective. Talk with yourself about yourself, even out loud, especially actually out loud, because it's like, it's one thing to be in your mind, it's another thing to say it or to write it. You know, when you have, like, example, I had such a nice 88 November, something with November for you guys. It's like, what if that isn't true? What if it doesn't have to be hard? Look at yourself as somebody external. Okay, so I'm this, and I see myself as that, and I believe in this, and la 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 la, and la la la. Go personally, and then go outside of your person, and just look at yourself as somebody else looking at you, and seeing you, not judging you, discerning you in the separation type of thing. if you want to, because we have to go to duality to get to oneness. So everything happens for a purpose, and everything happens for a meaning, and life has a meaning. It's not the thing that you give it, the fact that you exist. You are the purpose and the meaning, because meaning means reason, means purpose. They are the same thing in one way, shape or form. We just see it differently because of the way we are used to believe and think and see things. So see your beliefs, see what you believe in. Do you believe that it has to be hard, that hard things are worth it? Because not all hard things are worth it, okay? Just like not all easy things are worth it or not worth it. It's not something limited. It can be both. It has double meaning. I actually saw a tarot from Andy. Thank you, Andy, for that, if you're ever going to see this. It has double meaning, and I busted my head for like 2 days with this, like not in a pressure manner, but like it just came up, and I was like, what the hell, man? Why am I getting it? Because it's coming up for a reason. And I got it this morning. By doing some stuff last night that I said I'm not going to do again, because it feels like I'm going in circles. And I was like, but maybe maybe that's the point. Or maybe I'm doing it to myself. So I let go of the judgment of the situation and the way I perceived it, and I just went with the flow. If it felt right, it felt right. And if it didn't feel right, I was asking myself, why doesn't it feel right? Because every emotion comes from thought. So what thought is hindering me right now, or stopping me from, and I just heard the click in the car, something. What if I'm hindering myself? You don't see the forest from the trees type of thing. And I did it, and I went with it, and it didn't feel necessarily like I thought it would. But the next morning, guys, it was like, holy fucking shit, holy moly, like it's there. It was so obvious, just like the realize, right? Realize, real eyes, real lies, right? So the all seeing I as in eyes, and I as in me. It's the same. And everything is so obvious at a point if you allow yourself to see without attaching a label or something. Or for example, I'm in a situation with a good friend of mine and a guy that some people would call it friends with benefits, because we're also in a relationship and we labeled that, and then it didn't work, and then it did it, and it didn't, and it doesn't matter what you do or who you do. It's a matter of why and how you do it. And is it a situationship? Is it a friendship with benefits? Is it, what the fuck is it? And I was like, why do I need to label this? Why do I need to see it as a good or bad or what the fuck ever? Just see what you see. Don't attach yourself to something. And that also triggered in a good way, okay? Triggers are good and bad, not just bad, okay? Let's remind ourselves that. 50. I lost it. I saw a dog and I lost it. 2 dogs actually. Anyways, yeah, so it got me to this roller coaster and this cycle of, how do you feel, for example, if somebody cheats on you? Or how do you feel about having a threesome with 2 guys, 2 women, a guy and a woman, everybody with their own stuff, no judgment here, right? And I felt that there was some sort of hypocrisy in 2 scenarios when I talked about it. And it's like, I felt that hypocrisy of the ego, like, so this is better than the other one. But I also felt, in parallel, double meaning, and that's when a double meaning also made a bit more sense. And I saw vis, which means dream, and the 33 on the second card that came, past. And I was like, how? Why? Because it doesn't matter what or who you do with or to or whatever. It's the how and the why you do it, right? And that thing with I know I left the point there because I lost it, but I'm gonna get back to it if God wants me to. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. That's another thing that bugs me a bit, in the sense that it's true, but it's not, and it's not. Sorry, not the buts. There is no buts. No buts. Okay. I mean the good buts, but not those buts. You know what I mean? No, that's wrong. Because if you had a good intention and you did the best you could with what you had, how is that hell? Right? You did the best you could with what you had and with the pure intention of doing good. Even if maybe you hurt that person by the way, because sometimes we do that and we're not aware of it. Maybe that was also a lesson for you and that person that you helped. Because advice just means adding to the vice of somebody. You can give a perspective, you can give a point of view, a perception, which is completely different from an advice, you know. So just be yourself, just be the way you are. Don't think about if people get you or not get you. That's not your job, you know. If I give a gift to you guys, it's not my job and my problem and not my responsibility what you do with that gift. If you want to throw it, you throw it. If you want to take it and enjoy it, either way it's fine. I just did my part. Let others do theirs. Let God do his part. We're not in control of everything. The only thing we can control, and I actually said that in the last video, but there's an exception there as well. The only thing you can control is your mind, the way you perceive and the way you feel. If you choose to feel bad, that's also fine, because it's okay not to be okay. Just be aware that you're doing it. That's all you need. Don't choke on it. I saw choke, C-H-O, something, and the 3. So just don't feel the need or the want or the whatever to label everything and see it in some way rather than the other. It's not the one rather than this. Of course, everybody would rather feel good than feel bad. But when you feel bad, just remember, nothing lasts forever. And it's part of the process. It's part of life. Life is a healing journey. It's never over. And yet you're complete at the same time, and there's nothing wrong with you, right? Nothing has gone wrong. And I'm seeing that another oracle card as I'm speaking this. Just be. The doing comes automatically. You don't have to find the purpose. You are the purpose in your own self. Or take it on a different way if this is a bit way too resistant. Like, find the purpose to serve, and the purpose will serve you. Or dedicate, dedicate yourself to the purpose, and the purpose will serve you. Serve a purpose, and the purpose will serve you, right? It's not like I need to seek something, because guess what? Even if you're seeking it, God loves you so much that even if you're seeking something, it's also seeking you back. Even if you're aware you found it or you sought it or not. So I'm sending so much love to you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.